Not quite. Okay, here we are.
Good.
So I'll introduce you. This is Dr. Bruce Chow. So he's going to be joining us today to talk about the wonders and myths of dentistry. So if you have a presentation that you want to share, go ahead and do that anytime.
Okay, awesome. All right. Molly, can you see the screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, perfect. Well, hello, everybody. Yeah, my name is Dr. Bruce. Thanks for having me here. So I'm actually just in my office and just in between patients right now, but I know I have about 15 minutes and I'm going to share with you some wonders and opportunities of modern dentistry. And hopefully if we can take away just a couple of insights, then my time here is worth it. A little bit about me. I'm working based here in British Columbia in Canada, Vancouver, and just a little bit of my educational background. So I've been at UBC for 10 years of my educational life. So I've got my bachelor's, master's, and eventually my DMD program, all at UBC. So it was 10 full years of my life. And sometimes I ask myself, is that all worth it? That's a lot of time and investment made. So this presentation is really about, your big why and really finding about that why before you even get started. This is what I do on the side is one of my passion projects, FutureDMD. For some of you that have heard about FutureDMD, this might be a review, but I encourage you guys to have a look at what we do, because what we do at FutureDMD is really to get you to understand what you have dedicated your educational life into, which is, I'm sure if you're here, that's into dentistry. And I believe finding out that why is crucial, because once you step foot on that path, it's really quite difficult to go back. So you really want to figure out that why. And for our team at FutureDMD, that's exactly what we do, is to help you find out why and help mentor you through that process. This is my team. I work with Inspired Dental Group. I'm one of the owners, and we have some lovely team members, and I'm very fortunate to be a part of the family at work, and that's really makes me joyful to come to work every day. And I'm going to be sharing some of my big whys on why I think dentistry could be something that you want to pursue or not. So before I start, this is some of the struggles that you might identify with, because these are the same struggles that I went through as well. So if you want to type in the chat box, if you can, how many of these are your struggles? The DAT, GPA, which school to choose, whether you can even afford to go to dental school, and even when you are going through the application process, there's so many steps, and a lot of people stress about the interview. So there's countless number of things to stress about, which is exactly why you need to spend even more time to figure out why you've even chosen this path. And I feel like that's the most important question of all. So through my 6 years of practicing dentistry, I'm a full-time general dentist. I have narrowed down to 6. And these are my 6 of why I feel like dentistry has been a passion of mine. So the first point is professional satisfaction. So you can imagine, dentistry as a sport. Sometimes this is me just last week doing an implant on my patient. So, dentistry not just about surgeries, but like a sport, there's many different aspects of dentistry. There's surgical, there's endodontics, there's orthodontics, removing teeth, there's periodontics, dealing with the gums. So you can pick and choose what you like to do. You don't have to be great at everything, because there's always people you can refer to, but this is just a picture that shows you that dentistry there's many things you can pick from. And if you like specific area, then you can focus on that area to service your patients. And of course, we also have fun. This is pre-pandemic, of course. We dress up for Halloween. So the next why is independence. So as a dentist, you really have a lot of autonomy, including building a practice that fits your values. So as an owner with Inspired Dental Group, we have created a culture and with a team members who have similar values, and that's really to provide excellent care and service to our patients. The third why, of course, many of you have probably know, is the earning potential of a dentist. So exactly how much do a dentist earn? I mean, maybe you can type in the chat box if you know. If not, but this is a graph I found online, and I chose this one because it's pretty accurate. So this is based on Canada, and you can see based on experience level, you can expect your income to also increase with time. Why is that the case? Because you start to become more and more efficient with what you do, and also you start to become better at what you do, and you can offer more for your patients as well. But I drew that line there, this slowly downward curving arrow, and if you guys want to guess what that line might depict, and I believe it's maybe happiness. I drew that line not because the more money you make will make you less happy, is because if you feel like this is what you're chasing, or this is why you're pursuing dentistry, is to earn more and more money, then chances are you may face this yellow line, which is maybe it's taking on your happiness, because being a dentist is not about making a lot of money, but it's really about serving people and making an impact. Fourth is flexibility. So as a dentist, you have a lot of flexibility with your time, and because you can make your own schedule. You don't have to do calls like a doctor. So on your spare time, you can take time off to hike. So this is me doing a 7-day hike. This is me in Dubrovnik, Croatia, circling the King's Landing on my kayak. Me scuba diving in the Philippines. Me hiking the Machu Picchu in Peru. And me in India, staring out to the magnificent Taj Mahal. So the fifth why for me is diverse career options. And what do I mean by diverse career options? I don't mean the different specialties you can pursue in dentistry, but some people might decide to go into teaching, for example. For myself, I dedicate some of my time in my passion project, which is FutureDMD, which I had mentioned to you about. And our mission at FutureDMD is really coaching students like yourself on that big why. Why have you chosen dentistry? So if you would, I encourage you to visit our website, www.futuredmd.com. And our whole vision is to cultivate and inspire our next generation of passionate dentists. And so we offer programs, modules. Every module, we will go into detail, different disciplines of dentistry. We'll teach you how to treatment plan. We'll teach you, we'll get you to be able to think like a dentist, because by thinking like a dentist, then you can have a better idea if dentistry is even for you. So our whole program is really geared towards helping you find out that big why. And if you have found that big why, then everything will be much more of a breeze, because there's more of a pull than a push. So if you apply for dental school, you won't feel like it's a chore, because there's something pulling you towards your why. And it will help you with your interviews and writing your personal statements and everything that's involved with the application process. Lastly, why dentistry is cervix. I've mentioned that a few times, but that's probably one of the biggest why for me after 6 years is that service portion. And what do I mean by service? Service means if we are passionate about going to work, it's all about how do I make a small impact on the people, the patients that I meet, the things that I do, the skills that I'm gifted to have. And one way that I remind myself of how why I got into the profession, which is serving other people, is every single year I will do a outreach dental trip to a remote city somewhere around the world. So in 2019, I went to Guatemala, and we did about 2 weeks of dentistry, serving probably over 2,000 villagers in Guatemala, in the remote city of Chusek. And a year before that, I was in Peru, went down the Amazon River, and again, we helped and served many villagers who have never seen a dentist. So those are my 6 whys, and I encourage you to really find out about your why as well. The last thing you want to do is to pursue a profession where it's what someone else wanted you to do, or what you thought dentistry was from, maybe just browsing Google or just from word of mouth. We want to encourage you to dig deep and find out that why by talking to people, by shadowing, by participating in FutureDMD programs. But I want to end the presentation with giving you some tips. The number one is really reflect on that why, which I know I've probably mentioned multiple times. Second is you don't want to compare with anybody else, because everybody else is on a different journey, different pace, different levels. So when you start comparing, then you only start to hinder your own growth, because you will waste time and energy comparing yourself with other people. Another one is you don't have to rush. Most of you are still really young and you have decades of your life ahead of you in this profession. So why rush? Spend time traveling, learning, and exploring. Be hopeful. If you're hopeful that this is what you want to pursue, and your big why is so big, never give up. Because for myself, I tried multiple times before I got into dentistry, and I know a lot of people that have tried many times, and sometimes you might not succeed the first time, but it doesn't mean you won't the second, third time, or even fifth time. But you have to really know your big why. Then not giving up and being hopeful will be easy. And lastly, you want to really take care of yourself, because this journey will be tough. There will be a lot of bumps and scratches, but you have to first take care of yourself, because even when you have gotten there, if you have become a dentist, it's all about how do you take care of yourself so you can take care of your patients and other people. So to finish, I encourage you to follow us on future.dmd. We have a large Instagram following, and all our programs and resources are all on our Instagram. And also you saw our website as well, www.futuredmd.com. You can also check out all our past programs, and all our recordings are all on our website as well. And feel free to reach out to us if you have any other questions. Perfect. Molly, that's it. That's all I have to say.
Awesome.
Can you hear me?
That was great.
Yeah.
Yes, I can. That was great. Does anyone have any questions just before we head out? Helen is asking, what's the website name?
Oh yeah, it's FutureDMD.com. So www.futuredmd.com. And then if you have Instagram, it's just at future.dmd.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, I've included those in the chat there, Helen.
Okay.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us. We'll let you get back to work.
Okay, perfect. All right, thanks
Awesome.
for having
Thank you.
me.
Have a great
You're
day.
welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.